What's the most useless fact you know? MLB pitchers' mounds are 60 feet and 6 inches from home plate. This is because 60 feet 0 inches was misread as the second 0 looked like a 6. The term out of left field is because at the old Cubs park there was a mental institution located outside of left field. Anything odd that was said was presumed to have come from the institution and therefore from out of left field. The Montreal Metro is an air-conditioned because the rubber tires trains it uses apparently produce too much heat. To this day, the Transit Authority won't install air conditioning because they think the combined exhaust heat of aircon units in the tires will make the tunnels too hot and cause the trains to stop working. The most useless fact I know would be one that is fundamentally accepted as true, and universally acknowledged to the point that its sheer ubiquity renders it without any meaningful or practical use. In other words, the NY Mets suck. A celery stalk placed in a glass of colored water will absorb the color, turning the leaves greens that color. Unless, Funny thing is, my mom called it a science project and had me take it to school to present to my class, haha. The reason one side of your foil wrap is shinier than the other is how it's pressed in manufacturing. There's no difference in how it retains heat or anything wives' tales about it. It's just a folding cork when laminated and cut. That koalas have very smooth brains but also the smallest brain to body weight ratio of any mammal. Not entirely useless, as upon learning this, the term smooth brain has become a very useful addition to my vocabulary. Democracy erupted in ancient Athens because they relied on human-powered navies and they discovered a huge trove of silver in the Laurium mines. While it lasted, it was subsidized by their hegemony over the Delian League. The phrase "no strings attached" comes from tailors. When they have ordered cloth, if there was an imperfection, there would be a string on the edge. So tailors would order cloth and specify "no strings attached." The first stapler was made for King Louis XV of France in the 18th century. It was designed to fasten labels to fabric, and was known as the new method of attaching together paper and other objects. Oh man, did you know that the total weight of all the ants on Earth is roughly the same as the total weight of all the humans? It's wild but basically useless info, right? An atom is almost totally empty space. If it was as big as a football stadium including the electron clouds, the nucleus would only be the size of a tennis ball. If you swallow a log of your own shit, it takes 38 minutes for you to spew hot lava diarrhea from your mouth. And the taste is not the best either. Not a geologist, but it astonishes me that geology is the study of stuff that happens over millions of years, or some Thursday just before lunch. The closest planet to Earth isn't Venus or Mars, it's actually Mercury on average. On average, Mercury is the closest planet to all the planets. Contrary to the once famous rhyme attributed to Lizzie Borden's gruesome murders of father and did not hack them 40 times. A nice smooth landing, most likely veteran Air Force pilot. Landing with a noticeable thud, most likely veteran Navy pilot. The only country where you can sell your kidney legally is Iran. Bonus, they only pay $4,000 equivalent per kidney. Raspberries are named after Rasputin. Spread the word, make it useful. A raspberry a day keeps assassins at bay. The filling for Kit Kats is made from Kit Kats that break on the production line and are sent back to be crushed. Naked mole rats have queens just like ants. Naked mole rats also have many wars with each other, just like ants. Taking all the world's ships and boats out of the ocean at once will not have a noticeable effect on sea levels. A team of scientists once spent way too much time figuring out that the color of the universe is cosmic latte. Michael Jackson caught his hair on fire in a Pepsi commercial at the exact midpoint of his life, to the day. Footprints on the moon will take approximately 6 million years to erode away by micrometeorite impacts. Two eggs clacked together, only one will crack no matter how hard you hit them. Raw and hard-boiled. By using a bug you can start to charge up Pharaoh's shot and hit Skull Man with it and not have him move. The male giraffe will drink the urine of the female giraffe to determine if she is ovulating. Adolf Hitler's real last name wasn't Hitler. There are many theories as to why it was changed. In the middle of the word homeowner is the word meow. Now, you can never unsee it. You smell worse between you and your siblings. It's nature's way of discouraging incest. The founder of Pringles was buried with his ashes in a Pringles flavor. I moved my foot while in bed at 00:22, Tuesday, December 19th, for no particular reason. My 9th grade class came to an unanimous decision that whale sharks are the cutest sharks. The Latin word sesquipedalian translates to foot and a half long word in English. The first character in original Star Trek that Spock ever nerve pinched was Kirk. The human asshole can stretch up to 6 centimeters and is made of the same tissue as your lips. Windsor Castle is an anagram of wild ancestors. This useless fact pleases me. The left thumb and index finger form an L, making it easy to know left from right. Technically speaking, kangaroos have 3 vaginas while most other marsupials have 2. Kiss played their first show in January 1973 to a crowd of less than 10 people. That China legally owns over 300,000 acres of US farmland according to the USDA. The last person Dale Earnhardt was ever seen flipping off was Kurt Busch. Pigs can have orgasms lasting on average 30 minutes and can be up to 90. Wombats have square poop. Only cube-shaped poops in the animal kingdom. Many mammals do have a bone in their penis. It is called the baculum. Despite being colorblind, cows can actually see the color blaze orange. You can drown a fly then bring it back to life by pouring salt on it. Water isn't wet or dry. Like, dude, how is that gonna help me in life? From base to peak, Mount Everest is not the tallest mountain on Earth. The world record for the most consecutive pull-ups in a row is 651. Mosquitoes can get drunk if they drink the blood of a drunk person. Martha Washington named her feral tomcat after Alexander Hamilton. The movie Gremlins 2 features 2 actors that played the Riddler. People find it more comfortable to sleep on your right than left. Your ankle is the most pleasing part of your body to scratch. Elsie the Borden cow and Elmer the Elmer's glue are married. Barnacles have the largest penis to body size ratio at 8:1. A frog's ass is watertight. It has to be, or it'd sink. No person born blind has ever developed schizophrenia.